quick, I just want to explain the backstory of why I got my house painted. So from the beginning, when I first moved into my house, it was covered in this siding that made it look like a fucking mobile home. And it was so hideous to me. It was like, I couldn't stand it. I honestly didn't even want the house because it was just not cute. So we decided to demo the siding off ourselves. If you couldn't already tell, we tried to DIY everything possible. So that in itself was a can of worms that I didn't expect. We start ripping the siding off. We see there's a layer of foam, and then under that, there's a layer of bugs and like disgusting shit. Also, I had no idea my house was yellow underneath, and then underneath that, it was baby pink. So it was already painted all these weird colors before. So once we take all the siding off, there's nails everywhere throughout the entire perimeter of the house, because that's how the siding was stuck on. And when we're taking out those nails, like, it pulls some of the stucco out. So there's holes everywhere. So I already knew, like, I had to re-stucco my house to patch those holes and whatever, make it smooth. Like, the stucco was really old, it had to be redone anyways. So I contacted this guy that I was referred to. I heard he was like reasonably priced and he did good work. So he comes by and I let him know that I want my house to be black because I thought it'd be really bitchin' to have a black house with white trim, which was already there, and my new redwood fence. So the guy's like, oh yeah, like I've never done a house that dark, but yeah, no problem. Like all we have to do is mix the color into the stucco. This will be a custom stucco color and it'll all just go on at once. And that way you don't have to paint your house afterwards. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like it sounded like he knew what he was doing because that's what they all do. They just bullshit me every fucking time. That's why now every time I do something, I'm always calling Cole or my dad and I'm like, does this sound right? Does this sound right? I'm so annoying, but like, I just always get fucked. Anyways, so he tells me that's what we need to do. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. And it takes him probably a week from start to finish because he had to like patch all these holes and all this other bullshit. And he's putting the stucco on and I'm thinking like, okay, it looks kind of blotchy everywhere, but like whatever. And then it's the last day and he's like finishing the last wall. And I'm like, everything looks really blotchy. Like, is this how it's gonna stay? Like this doesn't look good. And he's like, oh no, it's gonna dry. Like it takes like 2 weeks to dry and then it'll all be even. And I'm like, okay, word. And then here's where the drama comes in. The last fucking day, he's finishing like the last side wall, the wall that's actually the worst. This is where he was working when I came up to him and this drama happens. And he's like, oh, by the way, it's gonna be so-and-so, like he said like $1,500 more than what he originally quoted me. And I'm like, what? Like 2 weeks ago, you told me it was this much and it's on text. And if you have something in writing on text or email, like if it's in writing, that's just, it is what it is. It's almost like a contract. So he can't even fight me on that. And he's like, oh, that wasn't me. That was my wife texting you. Like she sent you the wrong number. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no, bro, I'm not paying you more. That's not my fucking problem. And then he tries to guilt trip me saying that his wife is not gonna be able to go to Mexico now and he's not gonna let her because she fucked this up and I won't pay them more. So that's her punishment. And I'm like, okay, that's seriously not my problem. Like, I'm not paying you more. We're straight up screaming at each other and it's just like really awkward when I finally hand him the check. And that was that. Then fast forward to 2 weeks from then, my house still looks like shit. I text the number, I don't know if it's his wife or him, and I was like, hey, I sent them pictures. I'm like, this still looks really bad. And they're like, oh, like, I don't know what to tell you. It was his wife texting me at that point. She's like, I'm so sorry, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the hell? Apparently he was supposed to seal the house too after he stuccoed it, and he didn't do that. So I don't know. This guy just bullshitted me really bad and fucked me up, and I couldn't do anything about it. I was stuck with it. So for like probably a year and a half, my house has looked shitty and blotchy, and I finally decided to get it painted. This guy who painted my house, his name is Mark Light. He knows what he's doing. He's really legit. Cole knows him through his family. He was super transparent with me about everything. Like, I had no idea that because I'm painting it black, that that will fade faster, which makes a lot of sense, but it was something I didn't even think about. Like compared to a white or a tan colored house or just something lighter, that paint job will last like 5 to 10 years, but a black house is gonna fade quicker, which I'm not worried about because if it looks like a dark gray, like that's chill with me. So anyways, the job with Mark went really smoothly. They came the day before to power wash the house, and then the next day they came to mask everything off with tape and like paper or whatever, and they sprayed the entire house with paint with 2 coats, and they were done in 1 day. So yeah, it was really legit. He knew what he was talking about. He knew what he was doing, and I'm just really pumped with how it looks. So I just want to show you guys the before and after and kind of like the process. So yeah, let's get into it. Nice.
No, you want to see nice? Come over here. I do this. I take before and afters of all my jobs.
Oh, so do I.
I have a portfolio.
Yeah.
So I want you to see the difference here. I'm going to remove your lights. Sometimes I don't because I can twist and turn them.
Yeah.
But I can't get behind that because it's so close to the house. So we're going to take them off. It's just little wing nuts, no big deal.
Okay.
And we'll put them back on.
Cool. Oh my God. Yeah, come in. Wow.
See how black it is?
Yeah, that color's perfect. Wow.
You already see how much it's wet, so it looks real shiny. It's going to dry flat, but it's going to be even.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Even when it was done originally.
No, it didn't.
Sometimes
it always looked like that.
It just doesn't.
I was thinking that the stucco was gonna dry and everything was, the blotchy was gonna go away, and I waited weeks and weeks and it just never went away. Because that's what the guy made.
I've seen houses restuccoed in different colors, and hey, you know, I'm not a stucco professional, but I've been around guys, and they'll come up with every excuse in the book why that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so.
Damn, that's so cool.
Shit, Cole, you could have done this. I've seen what you guys do to your trailer fabrications.
Yeah, we love it.
We almost painted it a glossy color, so maybe it's better we didn't.
Yeah, we would have messed it up. Yeah.
You can see how quick it's dry from the wet to the dry. I mean, it's already drying.
Yeah, looks good.
Looks really good. Yes. Woo-hoo.
But like I said, and I don't know if this is, because I can almost kind of feel it. You're going to see imperfections. What you won't see is blotchiness, but you're going to see maybe some imperfections in the stucco. That's just the stucco.
Uh-huh.
And I'll point it out to you when it's done and dry.
Yeah, there's some like really big soft spots and stuff.
Right, and if there's areas where they had to touch up stucco on top of stucco, I think I told you, I don't know if I found that before, but I'll show you. But you're going to be very happy with it when it's all said and done. It'll look real nice. It's going to look even like it should.
Yeah. Can't wait. That this video was as satisfying for you guys as it was for me. I love doing this stuff and I feel like you guys like when I share it, so I'm down to record and like document more of my process with my house and the trailer and everything in general. So if you like that, please comment and let me know. I think a few things that I learned from this process is to always have things in writing, whether that's email, text, whatever. Make sure they list out everything they're doing. Like the stucco guy didn't tell me that he was gonna seal the house. I didn't know. And sign it, approve the quote. Always get multiple opinions because I went with the first guy and I kind of screwed myself. So I always get multiple opinions. I would also suggest that if you're gonna paint your house, or if you want your house to be a dark color, to not mix that dark color into stucco. I think that's fine if you're doing like a light gray or something, like a medium tone and light. I mean, I'm not a professional, but this is just from my experience. I wouldn't even fuck with it. I would just stucco my house white and then paint it after, because the paint actually acts as like a sealant for the stucco anyways. So like, just fucking do it the right way. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that, and let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.